At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 12, Jabari Walker. The big man, standing 6'11", number 53, Dwight Howard. Starting at shooting guard, 6 feet 7 inches, number 84, the franchise.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Mr. DDG94 with another NBA 2K MyCareer game plan. Today we're taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers and
LeBron James.
Yes, that's right. We are taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers and
LeBron James.
And we are going to see if we can get this win against these guys. We are currently 75-0 in the season right now. Our undefeated streak is still alive. So yeah. Let's just get into it as Dwight Howard wins the tip. Deion Waiters literally just pushed me, but they're not going to call nothing. And I'll just throw it down. But you see the title. You clicked on it. You know why I'm here. You know why you're here. You know why I'm here to talk. You know what I'm here to talk about. So let's talk about it. The real reason behind why I favor NBA Live over NBA 2K. Here's the real reason why. Let's start off with 2K having #1 bad servers. Online play is terrible. No logic. Still haven't done anything about the demigods. Just so many hacks and exploits to make your player better, and I just can't. It's just a shit community all around. I tried to defend the lower part of the community, you know, help you guys out. But you guys just turn. I don't want to defend you guys. After the demigod glitch, I don't even want to defend y'all no more. Fuck y'all. I come out and say right now, fuck the 2K community. Fuck y'all. I tried to defend y'all, you know, saying back a couple months ago. But when that demigod glitch came out, it spread it like a fucking. The demigod glitch is pretty much the zombie apocalypse. It started out so small and then just spread it out, and it's just contagious everywhere. I don't care where you at. I don't care if it's Rivet City Park. I don't care if it's River City, Sunset, you know what I'm saying, Old Town. It's everywhere. All the parks have demigods. That's the main purpose of this. I don't care if you don't see that many demigods at your park or not. That's probably because you're at a park with your friends. Majority of your friends are at the park, and I'm pretty sure majority of them don't play with demigods. But if you're the type of person that plays with demigods, then 9 times out of 10 you're going to run into a lot of demigods. Go figure, huh? But yeah, man, like I don't want to talk about demigods. I want to talk about 2K and this shit community. I'm gonna tell you why. I really want to dissect the difference between NBA Live's Superstar difficulty versus 2K's Hall of Fame difficulty. Now, Superstar difficulty and Hall of Fame difficulty are both the hardest difficulties in both games. So Hall of Fame is the hardest difficulty in 2K. Superstar difficulty is the hardest difficulty in NBA Live. And even though it's the hardest difficulty on NBA Live and it's easy as hell to still win games, I actually like it that way. I actually like the fact that my teammates play defense, and you know what I'm saying, you know, when my teammates are open, they're not going, you know, 0 for, they're not going, you know, 2 for 30. They're not going 2 for 13 from the field in a quarter. You know what I'm saying? One quarter, and all of a sudden that 20-point lead I just had turned into a 10-point deficit because my teammates can't score and the other team is just scoring out the ass. And every time I try to score, I get fouled, and then I go to the free throw line. I get a green release on the free throw line, and I miss green releases. I've only scored like what, 10, 14 points throughout the whole quarter, when I normally score around 30 to 40 points in a quarter. You know what I'm saying? Every time. But hey, you know, you can finish off the game with 100 points, a triple double, a 5x5, 1 turnover, and you could still lose by 30 in this game. That's the big difference between Superstar difficulty and Hall of Fame. See, listen, when I'm playing NBA Live and I'm playing on Superstar difficulty, my teammates are playing defense, I'm playing defense, my teammates are getting good looks, and we're stopping them. We're stopping them and we're not letting the other team get good looks. We get rewarded for our defense. We get rewarded for our offense. It's not, oh, you're playing good, let's let the computer come back. We have to let the computer come back. Why does 2K cater so much to the computer? Why is the computer so smart? Why does the computer know your every move? It's like you can't do nothing in this game. It's like you try to get your teammates involved, you can't get them involved because every time you pass on the ball, somebody's always sticking their hand out into the passing lane and taking the ball from you. It's like you can't pass it to anybody. You can't pass it to anybody. I've tried so many times to just get 20 assists a game. I can't do it because every time I pass the ball, somebody's sticking their hand out into the lane and I can't get my points. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand why this game is so difficult and so frustrating. This is what I mean. This is what I mean by I want to see the gameplay. I want to see, is this game balanced? Is it logical? I mean, come on, man. We play good defense. We play good defense. They get rewarded for bad defense. They get rewarded for bad offense. You know what I'm saying? We out on a fast break. I pass it off to somebody. They miss a wide open layup. Go back down the court. They get a contested layup, make it, and get a foul. That doesn't make sense to me, 2K. That does not make sense to me. This game is unbalanced. On Hall of Fame, this game is unbalanced. It's unlogical. It makes no sense whatsoever. You got to do too much to win these games, which is why I went to All-Star difficulty. I had to switch to All-Star difficulty with my main character. I'm only doing Hall of Fame for Monday Lamonte. You know what I'm saying? That's just to see what Hall of Fame's like now. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see what Hall of Fame is like now. You know what I'm saying? Because I do want to play on the hardest difficulty. You clearly can tell I want to play on the hardest difficulty, but it's hard to play on the hardest difficulty when all you gonna get is bullshit. So really, like, the big thing with 2K and me, why I've been beefing with 2K throughout this whole year since I started playing it, is mainly because of Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame difficulty to me is just unlogical. It's unbalanced. The gameplay just doesn't. The gameplay just isn't logical. It just doesn't add up. It's not realistic. This is supposed to be the realistic simulation basketball game, and that's why I give Live a lot of credit, because the little things they do, people don't credit them for. You know what I'm saying? Like Live doesn't get as much credit as they should be getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wants to criticize Live and say, oh, well, you know, Live, and you know, Live, you know, everybody talks about the graphics. Okay, talk about the graphics, talk about the animations. Okay, but let's talk about the gameplay. Have you actually ever played I want to ask all the 2K heads, have you ever played more than one game of NBA Live? Have you played 12? Have you ever played 6 games back to back on Superstar difficulty and Rising Star mode, and just realize the little details that NBA Live does versus what 2K does? NBA Live, the atmosphere, the aspects, the gameplay aspects, the way they go about things, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, when Dwight Howard comes to Los Angeles or he comes to Orlando, he gets booed right out the fucking gate. As soon as he touches the ball, he gets booed. LeBron James goes back to Miami, he gets booed out the fucking gate. Even though that's not how the Miami fans treated him, I just like that atmosphere where a player that used to be on a former team, on a former team, gets booed out the building. I like that atmosphere. It's the little things that EA does that just puts them ahead of 2K, because all 2K focuses on is the visuals. That's all they focus on is visuals. They focus on visuals and features. They focus on features and visuals and my team. That's all they care about. They don't care about anything else in this game. Everything else in this game to them is pretty much a joke. For everything in this game to them is pretty much a joke. And that's literally how I feel. I feel like they don't care about the gameplay. They don't care about the community. They don't care about nothing. As long as they got your $60 and that microtransaction money from my team, they pretty much sealed the deal. They pretty much sealed their deal. They don't have to give you anything else. They give you a game. They give you nice little graphics, nice little animation. I mean, they do all this stuff, but they never focus on the truth. They never get down into details and the context with their games. Like, for instance, when you try to steal the ball, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you try to steal the ball, don't you think it's kind of weird how when you steal the ball goes into a dumbass direction? It still goes in the direction that you tried to stop it from going in. Like, say you stop the inbound pass, but it still goes behind you, but it still goes over you, and the guy who you was trying to stop it from going to manages to still pick it up, even though you tried to stop it. It's just things like that I just don't understand about 2K, man. It's unlogical, it's unbalanced. The gameplay to me is terrible, online and offline. I mean, what more do you want me to say? Like, I mean, it's just too much that you have to. It's just too much in this game that's just so wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't get rewarded for playing the game the right way, but if you play the game the wrong way, you get rewarded. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that from an online perspective. I mean, like, you go online, you shoot a contested 3-pointer, you're gonna make more contested 3-pointers than getting actually open. You know what I'm saying? You get rewarded for dribbling back and forth, left and right, and if you do that, that pretty much is going to get you a better chance at making a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand 2K. I don't understand 2K and its logic. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go online, you trying your damnedest. You playing the best damn defense on this guy, but this guy is clearly just shooting 3-pointers over you at the park. You guarding your man. You playing good defense. He gets the ball. He does the left right. You pretty much are stopping him from doing it. So he just pulls up in your face and he makes it. Like, it's like defense doesn't matter online. It's like patch 4 just fucking ruined everything. Like, patch 4, I mean, patch 4 pretty much is like I thought patch 3 was bad, but patch 3 wasn't as bad as patch 4. Patch 3, the only thing wrong with patch 3 was the shoe glitch. That was it. Patch 3, the shoe glitch, that was horrible. But patch 4 completely has ruined the game. Online, offline, it doesn't matter where you are. It's terrible, man. The 2K community has turned into the Call of Duty community at this point. To me personally, I feel like the Call of Duty community has turned the 2K community has turned into the Call of Duty community. You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't play Call of Duty anymore. I don't play Call of Duty simply because of glitches and hacks that just coming out every week. You know what I'm saying? Hey, stand right here and you can quick scope somebody real easy. You know, like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, this is literally, I used to defend the community of 2K, but I can't defend it anymore because they turned it to shit themselves. You know what I'm saying? I used to defend these guys. I used to be sorry. I just feel sorry for these guys. You know what I'm saying? But now I don't feel sorry for them. You know what I'm saying? You got demigods and stuff out here, man. That pretty much turned to the Call of Duty community, man. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just getting worse, and I can just tell by the years it goes on and on, it's just gonna get worse. And I feel sorry. And you know what I'm saying, then eventually people are gonna start trying to migrate over to NBA Live, and I can already see NBA Live turning into 2K, turning into the 2K community in a couple years from there. I can already tell. That's why I've been saying this for a long time now. But we need more basketball games, man. We need a variety of basketball games to balance out all this BS. You can't just have 2 basketball games going at each other every year to try to battle for top supremacy. Eventually there has to be a 3rd and a 4th guy in the mix. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to be as good as 2K or Live, but they just have to be out there, man. I'll take anything at this point, man. For real, I take any 4th. I ain't take any 3rd party or 4th. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause when it was I don't know if it was, I think it was 989 Sports who had that the NBA the Life video game. You know what I'm saying? Like when they was around, it wasn't no exploits in 2K and stuff like that. It wasn't, none of this stuff was around because it was too much competition to go around. You was trying out 3 games every year, so you couldn't really focus on exploits. You were focused on which game was better. That was how the basketball community was perceived, as which game was better. Now it's turned into exploits and trying to make yourself better online and be more competitive and stuff. It's gotten out of hand now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need more basketball games to come through and help us. I could say the same. I know a lot of people are going to say the same thing for football, but we're not talking about football right now. I don't care about football. I don't care about the football community right now. I don't care about the Madden. I don't care about the NFL community right now. I don't care about y'all. This is about the basketball community. I grew up playing basketball video games my whole life. I don't play football games like that. I never played Madden or ESPN or ESPN 2K and like that. I never played those football games like that. I stuck with basketball. I'm focused on the basketball community because that's the community that I used to love, because it used to be such a big variety of games. I know I already stated a video like this before, you know, talking about, you know, the variety of basketball games that used to be around before, you know, 2K just, you know, before 2K just hypnotized everybody and just made this genre of video games go to shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't take it no more, man. It's getting to a point now where eventually you just get tired of the same old shit every year, and you just don't want to deal with it no more. So you just be like, you know what, I ain't gonna mess with it no more. I ain't gonna touch it no more. It's not worth it. It's not worth picking up or buying anymore. That's how I feel about 2K right now. I don't feel like picking up and buying it. know, so after this year, I can pretty much tell that 2K16 ain't gonna do the job. But hey, if it's gonna be my last year at 2K, why not go out with a bang? So anyways, that's pretty much all I want to say, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.